Hello, beautiful goddess of light. This is Jenny Jo Allen, and I am a clairvoyant energy healer and a women's empowerment leader. And I specialize in connecting you with your divine feminine intuition and also with your soul purpose. If you have already tried all of the free methods for figuring out what your soul purpose is and you're still feeling a bit lost, there's probably a very good reason for that. In most cases, when that happens, it means that your soul path is blocked for some reason and you're not able to access it. So I myself, when I was in my 20s, I decided that I was going to be a psychic because that is what really lit me up. It's what just was so exciting to me. And I thought, well, maybe I can learn more how to use my gifts and actually become a psychic. And in that school, I went to a 3-year school, and the very first section of that, at the end of that very first series, I was whisked away into a dark room and told that they had to do a psychic cleansing on me. What was actually happening is that the pastor of that church, that was also a psychic school, he was breaking me down so that he could attach a giant energy cord to me. I know that sounds really dramatic, but I kid you not, it was like a modern day inquisition. They sat me in one folding chair facing 5 folding chairs and had the third year students come in, sit in those 5 chairs, wave their arms around and do this psychic cleansing on me while the pastor paced back and forth behind the third year students, shooting all these accusations at me. It was a very, very scary, very weird, very scary. And at the end of that, he, unbeknownst to me, attached a giant energy cord to me. I didn't know about that because that totally freaked me out. And I was like, all right, that's it. This is not the thing for me. I can't be a psychic. This is way too scary. And so that experience helped me back from my soul purpose for 23 years, a really, really long time. That was a huge um, energy block in the way of me fulfilling my soul's calling. I'm not saying that everybody's going to have a giant energy cord attached to them, much to the contrary. Um, but there is usually, like, if you're really feeling super lost, you can't settle into a certain job, or if you've just been in a job for like 20 years and you hate it and you don't know what to do with your life and you still don't know you want to be when you grow up, and you haven't been able to figure out what it is that really lights you up and makes your heart sing and makes you excited to get up every morning and is just like this endless source of inspiration and interest and intrigue. If you haven't found that, then chances are there's something really blocking your path. And if that's the case, there are a lot of ways in which whatever it is that's blocking your path that strongly can really entangle your thought patterns, your belief systems, and it takes a bit to not only identify what it is that's going on, get that out of the way, get that all cleaned up, and then get your light all aligned, your energy, your light, your thoughts, beliefs, and all of that all lined up so that you can actually embrace that soul purpose that is inside of you, waiting to be released. So I have had, ever since I got that cord cleaned up, I have been doing this work. Oh my gosh. And it has been amazing. Oh my gosh, it totally lights me up. And it's the most wonderful thing in the world. And I know that there is something like this that feels like this to me for you. So if you're needing some help with that, I have this amazing program that I've created called the Goddess of Light. And it is for intuitive women who are wanting more clarity, more access to their intuition, and are wanting to really identify with and align with their soul purpose. Women who are really wanting to start living in total alignment with joy, prosperity, success. And unconditional love, because so much of those things are very intertwined, and there's a lot of work to get all of that pulled up and cleared away so that you can live in the incredible life that is available to you. It's just below the surface. I know we can find it. Okay, so if you want to be one of my three goddesses, I have 3 spots available right now in my program. And the way to find out more about that is to click on the link down there in the description and secure a spot to get on my calendar for a 30-minute consultation. And we will get together. I can take a look at your energy, see if there's anything blaringly obvious. Sometimes with really major stuff like that energy cord that was attached to me was super shrouded in my own agreements that I made. I agreed, by stopping talking during that inquisition, that modern inquisition. I stopped talking, I lowered my gaze, and I just waited for it to be over. And in that, um, doing those things, I made some agreements. I made an agreement to not look at it. I made an agreement to not talk about it. And and so it was completely hidden from me for all those years. But the other thing is that, once I did finally force myself with my peripheral vision to see that energy cord, and I knew exactly who it was connected to, and I got some help having that cut. But the thing that I've learned since then is that cutting cords doesn't actually work. You have to pull the whole thing out by the roots. And in order to do that, you really need to understand what that cord is attached to, who it's connected to, because there's always somebody at the other end, and why it's there is really important to know all those things because the brain needs to understand. That's a really big part of this process that some people don't understand when they're just cutting cords. That's actually not going to get it. It's not going to get it all sorted out. You have to allow the brain to process. You have to allow your brain to make the changes that it needs to make with the beliefs that are already wrapped around the trauma, or the, whatever the attachment, the trauma, the whatever the blockage is that's blocking you from your soul purpose. There are beliefs that get embedded, and so understanding where the cord comes from, or where the energy blockage comes from, if it's attached or connected to somebody else, if they're, whatever the reason is for that blockage, is, really important piece to uncovering your soul path and then actually being able to align with it and feel confident and excited and like it's all possible. And I have helped many women um, totally changed their lives. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites is, Susan, who, she was in her late 60s when she came to me, and she had been working in this desk job forever and was just like, "Oh my gosh, kill me already." It was so boring, and she hated it so much, and it was just, like, not even close to living up to her potential. And after working with me, for a couple of months, she was able to recognize what it was that was in her way. We got that all cleaned up. She realized what she really, truly loved and wanted to do. She had been studying tarot cards and astrology since she was 14. That was absolutely her sole purpose, her soul's calling. And now guess what? She does that work full time. It's incredible. I love it. And she's also learned how to read. I taught her how to read the Akashic Records. She's also added human design to her repertoire. And it's just so amazing. She's one of my favorite people to brag about. I have others too, so many others. But if you want to be one of my goddesses, just click that link below and secure a time to chat with me. We can take a look at what's going on with you and have a conversation, see what's going on, what's blocking your light and how to get you out of that pattern and put you back on your path so that you can really have that sense of deep fulfillment and peace and sense of accomplishment and success in your life because boy does that feel good. All right, love and blessings to you. Talk to you soon.